name is Rolf Thompson. I'm the Executive Director of the National Eagle Center. And I want to say thank you for being here, for being part of our kickoff to our 5th anniversary of this wonderful facility here in Wabasha, Minnesota, the National Eagle Center. Thank you so much for being here. We are proud to be part of Wabasha, part of this community, part of the Upper Mississippi Valley, and here as the National Eagle Center for all that the eagle represents to all of us as Americans.
Or even if you have a lot of trees on your property, you might have a barred owl as your neighbor.
Female barn owls are slightly larger, have more of a golden colored chest. Theo has a fairly white chest and small black dots. Female barn owls tend to have larger black dots. Barn owls sometimes have 2 to 3 broods of youngsters per year. Sometimes in good years, a lot of rodents available have as many as 10 youngsters. That's a lot of mouths to feed, but it's also a lot of rodents are being consumed on our behalf. Let's get them out. Owls are more often heard than seen. How many of you have ever heard an owl hoot before? Okay, there are 2 types of hoot owls in this region. One is the great horned owl. It looks like a gigantic screech owl. The other is the barred owl, like Dale had on her glove, Tebow. Both owls hoot, but in entirely different ways. Great horned owl sounds roughly like this. This is an easy owl to call if you're somewhere and hear a barred owl hooting. If you can do anything that sounds like a barred owl's hoot, a lot of times this bird will come up and check you out. I called to a hooting barred owl one time and landed in trees. Ready? 1, 2, 3. The red-tailed hawk is very successful. You can use so many different habitats and so many different sources of food. If a red-tailed hawk needs to go for extended periods of time eating nothing but large insects like grasshoppers, beetles, crickets. I'm going to put a piece of food on this end for Cody.
Now this bird coming out next has been commonly called a buzzard, correctly called a vulture. Ladies and gentlemen, the coolest bird in the show today, Miss Casey. Come on out here, Casey. Here she comes. Now we're going to try to walk around with Casey. Casey's what we call a black vulture. Now as Casey flies. If you look underneath her wings, you'll see some white feathers. Here she's going to have feathers. That's a close-up opportunity. And oftentimes you'll see black vultures and turkey vultures hanging out with each other. Now Casey is so smart, she learned how to fly back and forth like that in 2 days.
Spirit of the song's playing right now. I need you to assume a Travolta pose like this. Hold right there, Ben. All right, Ben, drop your arm down. Of course, you had a great place to see these birds. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you the living symbol of the United States of America, the bald eagle. It's obviously not bald. The word bald in this case comes from an Old English word which meant white-headed. Takes a bald eagle about 4 to 5 years to get its characteristic white head and tail. Prior to this time, it's mostly a brownish bird. By the way, this bird's other name is the American eagle. It's been our national symbol since 1782. If Ben Franklin had his way, our national symbol would have been the wild turkey. We might have been known as a nation of turkeys.
But the young being almost outside.
But right now, what we have for you is Kevin Locke and Doug Feathergood are here to do some music and storytelling and some hoop dancing. So please give them a round of applause. Welcome them.
O great Spirit, whose voice I hear in the wind, and whose breath gives life to all the world, hear me, I am small and weak, one of your many children am I. Let me walk in beauty and make my eyes always behold the red and purple sunrise. Make my hands respect the things you have made, and my ears sharp to hear your voice. Make me wise, that I may know the many things you have hidden in every leaf and rock. I seek strength, not to be greater than my brother, but to fight my greatest enemy, myself. Make me always ready to come before you. Clean hands and straight eyes, so that when life fades, a fading sunset, my spirit may come before you without shame.
right, well, I want to welcome everyone to the National Eagle Center. My name is Bucky, and I'll be your handler and presenter here this morning. I do really want to thank you all very much for being here today. It's a very special day here at the National Eagle Center. 5 years of being open in this building. And of course, 5 is pretty special when we talk about eagles, right? So it takes about 5 to 6 years for them to become adults. So we're just kind of coming into adulthood here at the National Eagle Center. We do really want to welcome you and thank you very much for being here. We are a nonprofit organization. We're not funded by the federal government or by the state government. So we can only be here with this beautiful building and with the staff and of course, most importantly with the Eagles, because people are interested and willing to come and check us out. So we really do much. When we talk about eyes of the eagle or eagle eyes, the first thing we always talk about is how cool eagles are. Shane, would you put those on for me? We're going to turn up Shane's cool factor just a little bit here this morning. So Shane, very cool with these shades on. Now eagles have built-in shades in their eyes. We know they have this incredible eyesight, but it's not just that they can see farther in more detail. They also have some adaptations that really allow them to excel out there in the wild. And one of those things is this built-in polarization. Eagles have an oil that covers their eye, and it acts just like your sunglasses do. It's what allows them to be out there on bright sunny days like today and to be able to find their food source. If you could imagine flying over the river today, looking down at that water, what would you see if you looked down at the water? You just get this glare coming back at you unless you had this polarization. So Shane has put those glasses on to illustrate that polarization that the eagle has. And they also have 4 times the receptors and 10 times the magnification in their eyes that you do as human beings. Their eyes are the same size as yours, and it's compressed into this tiny little skull. So they have a much larger eye to skull ratio than you do. So pass that around, you can check that skull out. Notice how large that eye cavity is. Again, it's the same size as yours. So Shane, if you were going to have the same eyesight capabilities as an eagle, if you just slide those right over the top of that, Shane. Shane, your eyesight would have to be about the same size as a tennis ball. Your eye would have to be about the same size of a tennis ball. 4 times the magnification, 10 times the receptors. Using his eagle eyes, Shane would be able to look across the river, across the low-bottom hardwoods, up over into the bluffs of Wisconsin, and see a rabbit out in the open at about 2 miles away. All right, so that DDT concentrated as it moved its way up the food chain, getting stronger and stronger until it got up to the top of that food chain where our eagle is. Eagles are what we call charismatic megafauna. They're our national symbol. It's real easy to get behind, to love and to support creatures like this. But was it enough just to love the eagle? No. The eagles always do this when we talk about DDT. You hear that?
We're always looking for new volunteers.
Spirit may come before you without shame. Everybody see the signs there? How about way over there? Can you see it? I'm going to give you a little test here. Just a few of the signs. Like I said, it's silent language, but I cheated. I said the word, English word along with each sign. So now based on that, the way I'll do the test, I'll just say the word in English, and you all can make the sign. So what's the sign we did? Everybody show me the sign for voice. I mean, voice, again, it's just, you may talk or speak or say or utter. You can use your left hand or your right. That's what you call bilingualism.
Hey,
Rebecca, follow me. Shake her hand. Follow me. Shake her hand right there. Keep coming. There you go. There you go. Keep coming. Good. This is kind of like Elvis.